Very good morning. I am Dr. Senthilkumar, Associate Professor in the Department of Agricultural Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore, and I welcome you all for this lecture series on plant protection machinery. And this video is based on the topic 4, that is the types of sprayers. And in the previous video, we have seen about what is by plant protection machinery and what are the various types of dusters, as well as the basics about the sprayers as well as dusters we have seen in the previous video. And this video we will see about the types of sprayers that is used generally in case of farm operations. And the first type of sprayer, to say about the hand sprayer, it is very basic type. There are many types of available, in which it is a very compact one, easily portable one, which can be taken from one place to another place. And this is a basic type known as hand sprayer. The hand sprayer is a small, light, as well as a compact unit. Also, the capacity of the container varies from 500 ml to 1000 ml. That means at maximum of 1 liter it can accommodate. This is generally used for spraying small areas like kitchen garden and experimental laboratory plots, etc. It has a hydraulic energy sprayer. It is a hydraulic energy sprayer. So it has as it is a hydraulic sprayer, it consists of a hydraulic pump inside the container with cylinder, plunger and a plunger rod. By operating the plunger up, the spray fluid in the container is sucked into the cylinder through a ball valve assembly and then pressurized during the downward stroke. And the pressurized fluid is then let out through the nozzle and sprayed into from fine droplets. If the pressure to be built inside this container, an air pump with a cylinder, plunge and the plunger rod is required. So when the plunger is pulled up, the air is sucked into the cylinder, and when pushed down, the air bubble is released into the container with 80% of its volume filled with fluid. The air reaches the space above the free fluid surface and pressures the fluid. The pressurized fluid is drawn up through the trigger out of the valve of the nozzle, which is atomized and sprayed. Next, to say about the knapsack sprayer. So in general, what is this terminology? Any sprayer which is taken and hold in the back, we used to term it as a knapsack sprayer. So any sprayer which is carried on the back of the operator is known as knapsack sprayer. So the commonly used manually operated knapsack sprayer will have one hydraulic pump working inside the container. The plunger work inside the replacement valve attached at the bottom of the container for easier maintenance. The pump can be operated through a appropriate linkage by oscillating the handle with the sprayer carried in the back. So this image shows the knapsack sprayer, and air agitator is also provided with the pressure chamber to agitate the fluid so that the particles in suspension will not be able to be settled down. And the delivery tube is attached to the other end of the pump, which carries the pressurized fluids to the spray glands. The flow to the nozzle is controlled by the trigger cutoff valve. And in the case of compression knapsack sprayer, an air pump is used to build into the container. Normally the pumping of air will be done by keeping a unit on ground, and then it is sprayed till the air pressure comes down. So the unit is again brought back to the ground for pumping air and then spraying a container as before. So the spray fluid which does not engage in agitation only can be sprayed by using this type of sprayers. And next type is the rocker sprayer, and the image is shown over here. The rocker sprayer has a pump assembly fixed on the wooden platform with the operating lever, a valve assembly and two ball valves, a pressure chamber, suction hose with a strainer, and delivery hose with a spray lash. When this plunger is pulled behind by the pulling the lever away from the pump, the spray fluid from the container is sucked to the strainer and pushes the bottom ball valve above and enters into the pump. So the movement of the lower ball valve is arrested by the upper valve seat. When the lever is pushed down, the sucked fluid is forced to enter into the pressure chamber by opening the upper ball valve, and the operations to stability working. The operation is continued until the entire sucking pipe, ball valve assembly, delivery hose and a portion of pressure valve vessels is fitted with the spray fluid, and the power operator finds it difficult to push the piston forward due to the downward pressure developed by the entrapped compression air of the pressure vessel. Therefore, the trigger cutoff valve will be open to allow the spray fluid to rush to the nozzle and get atomized. So usually 14 to 18 kg per centimeter square pressure can be built in this pressure chamber, and hence can be conveniently used for free spraying. And to say about the bucket sprayer, it is designed to pump the spray fluid directly from a open container, usually a bucket. So the hydraulic pump will be put inside the bucket and held properties with the help of a foot rest. As the plunger is pulled up, the fluid enters into the suction ball valve assembly, and when the plunger is pressed down, the suction valve closes and the fluid enters into the pressure chamber through a ball valve assembly. So as the plunger is continuously working, the pressure is built in the pressure cylinder and the delivery hose. As soon as the required pressure is built up, the spraying will be done. Normally, in case of this bucket sprayer, a pressure of 4 kg per centimeter square is developed in most of the models. And this type, last type, which is known as the foot sprayer. So the images can be seen over here, the diagram for this foot sprayer. This modified version of the rocker sprayer, the pump is fixed in the vertical position with the necessary braces. So braces are supposed to support from which it is attached. The plunger moves up and down when the operated by means of a pedal. Ball valve is provided in the plunger assembly itself to allow the fluid to cross the plunger and getting pressurized in the pressure vessel. During the upward motion of the piston, fluid is sucked and pressurized into the pressure vessel, and during the downward movement, the sucked fluid comes from the plunger and enters to the pump. And to 70 power sprayer, in the previous lectures we have discussed about the power sprayer. So all these sprayers which impart mechanical energy developed by an IC engine on a spray fluid before applying spraying is known as power sprayers. Most commonly used type of power sprayer in India is the gaseous energy type knapsack sprayer. In construction, it has a backpack stand on which a blower with a SI engine of 1.2 to 3 HP capacity. The spray fluid tank and the petrol tank are fixed rigidly. A plunged hose is attached to the blower elbow to carry the high velocity air, and the end of the shear nozzle is fixed to allow the spray fluid to trickle in the form of spray fluid storage tank as well as a valve control. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you once again.